Hyundai. I'm Emmanuel Acho. Only took me 2 months to run Marcellus off the show. Kidding, he'll be back tomorrow. But I got to keep this train rolling, and we got a great show for you today. So let's get started in the NBA, where LeBron James, coming off a huge win last night in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, but now his former teammate Kyrie Irving throwing some shade, putting him on blast. Kyrie hasn't played a game yet in Brooklyn with Kevin Durant, but he's already praising his teammate, saying on KD's podcast, quote, "I felt like I was the best option on every team I've ever played for down the stretch. This is the first time in my career where I can be like, that bleep can make the shot too." Ooh, shots fired if I've ever heard it. I'm joined by NBA analyst Slick Rick Bucher and former teammate of Kyrie and LeBron, my dog, Tristan Thompson. Fellas, let's get this thing started. So, Tristan, you got to tell me, bro. Keep it real with me. It's just me and you here talking. Is Kyrie out of line for not mentioning LeBron here?
Man, oh man. I didn't know I was gonna wake up to this.
That's the answer. She gave the answer right there.
It's spicy.
It's spicy.
It was spicy. Put me right in there.
Right now.
Man, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm Kai, my dog. I love him to death. I love Bron. I mean, he out of line. He out of line for that, man. He's out of line, man. I think Kyrie. He better than that. I think this might be some Sean Marks, Brooklyn Nets. Let's get the mojo and the kumbaya going. So, you know, KD, I'm gonna get them going. I'm gonna get these two stars to love each other and figure it out. But I disagree with Kyrie, man. I mean, Kai, he's made some tough shots, but listen, Bron's made some tough shots in his career. Of course, I know Kai, he believes in himself. Of course, he's gonna say he thinks he's the best option. Of course, he has a right to believe that. But I mean, you play with LeBron James, you see the shots that he makes. So, come on now. We've seen what LeBron's done multiple times.
Tristan, keep it a buck with me, bro. You was on the team. You was on the squad. You got the bling. You got the rings. Is there truth to Kyrie saying that he was the best option?
Best option? I would say this. The way T. Lue did it was that whoever had the hot hand was going to take the last shot of the game. I think Kyrie is a top 5 talent in our league when he's playing and healthy. And LeBron is, we already know, he's the best player in the world. So obviously Kyrie believes in himself, and he feels like he's the best player on those Cleveland Cavaliers teams, and some of us will agree, and some think LeBron is. So I get what he's saying. Listen, you make that shot in Game 7 in the NBA Finals. You could talk this hard. You got a right to say that. But saying like Kevin Durant's the only player he's played with that can make a shot, like, make a tough shot. Now, that's just crazy. Like, I'm going to be honest. Come on, bro.
Hey, Tristan.
Come on, bro. We better than that.
I'm going to say what Tristan won't say. Kyrie talking crazy. Okay, Kyrie, there's no other way around it except for to say Kyrie's talking crazy. LeBron is on his way to get his 4th chip. We saw it last night. LeBron rescued Kyrie from the pits of hell. Kyrie was a 35% winner before LeBron showed up. Dun-dun-dun-dun, to save the day. After Kyrie's winning 35% of the time, LeBron shows up, and with King James, Kyrie starts winning 68% of the time, and Kyrie dares fix his lips, dares to utter the words that Kevin Durant is the first mother sucker that can knock down a big shot. What are we talking about? Also, Kyrie, you ain't even played an NBA game with KD yet. Last time y'all played together was in 2016 for the U.S. team. But also, Kyrie, LeBron James ran KD out of OKC to Golden State. I just can't make sense of it. Kyrie is completely, absolutely, totally out of line. Tristan, I appreciate you being kind with it, but I got to take it a step further and say what I really feel, because Kyrie is completely tripping. Slick?
All right, Acho, I got to give you credit. You've made the transition. You're a full media person now, creating a storm where there shouldn't be one. Whoa. Acho, there is absolutely nothing wrong with what Kyrie said. Both of you guys are derailing the conversation because he didn't say that LeBron can't hit a tough shot, didn't say that he hasn't hit a clutch shot. He said, who is the best option when it comes to hitting a shot like that? Kyrie has all the confidence in the world and 100% believes I am the best option. The killers think that way. LeBron James thinks everybody potentially can be that best option. He's thought that Kyle Korver at times was that best option. He's thought that J.R. Smith was that best option. He's thought that Kyrie was that best option.
Slick.
I would make the case that LeBron James at times has undervalued his own ability to hit that shot because he has deferred. And I'm like, dude, you're the best player on the floor. I want to see you take that shot, even in certain situations where it's a contested shot for him as opposed to a wide open shot for somebody else. So, yeah, I mean, let's take it into context, too.
Slick, I know shade. I know shade when I hear shade, Slick. Now, I appreciate you because you're the elder statesman of the group. And, Tristan, we have to acknowledge that, you know, Slick is the adult here, and he has to break up the fight. But, Slick, let me put this in context. LeBron James, August 24th, after they beat the Rockets, they're asking him to interview because AD had just balled. And they say, LeBron, is AD the best number 2 you've played with? And LeBron says this, Slick. He says, you know, AD's does some things that D. Wade and Kyrie couldn't do. But then he says D. Wade does some things that AD and Kyrie couldn't do. But then he says Kyrie does some things that AD and D. Wade couldn't do. That is not shade. That is somebody saying, you know what? Me and Kyrie, we might not rock together heavy, but I'm still cognizant of the fact that Kyrie is cold. Slick, Kyrie is guilty by the omission of LeBron's name. That's what I'm saying. Just because he didn't mention LeBron's name, he's guilty by the omission of it.
He said best option. It's not that he's not a option. It was emphasis on best option. And I'll be honest, if I've got Kyrie and I've got LeBron James, as great as LeBron James is, and in a multitude of ways, in the same way that if it's Anthony Davis or LeBron James, I would have normally gone to LeBron James until Anthony Davis hit that shot the other night. But don't take my word for it. That play was for LeBron James. Rajon Rondo looked him off and saw Anthony Davis and gave him that shot with 2 seconds left because he believed that Anthony Davis was going to hit that shot. When it comes to Kyrie or it comes to Kevin Durant, I mean, Kevin Durant was the guy they went to even over Steph Curry, who is considered a killer and a closer. It's not look, I don't think it, honestly, I don't see it as shade to LeBron James. He is great in so many ways, and he has made big shots. But if you're asking me, life on the line, who do I want taking that shot? I want Kevin Durant taking that shot. I want Kyrie Irving taking that shot before I want LeBron James taking that
Tristan,
shot.
you tell me, because me and Slick just here talking. Thank you, Tristan. Set the record straight.
You tripping, Slick. First of all, Slick, I see how you try to throw that in there with the Denver series. Rondo gave AD the ball. First of all, he gave AD the ball because AD created that separation from Miles Plumlee or Mason Plumlee, whatever his name is, who was tying his shoes. That's the reason why he got the ball, really. Because I know this play. We ran against Chicago when LeBron hit it on Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, Slick, you thought you got away with that. I know that play. The reason why Rondo gave it to AD is because he created separation, all right? And first of all, if my life's on the line, I'm taking the shots. I'm taking the shot. I'm not putting another one in someone else's hands.
You are. Tristan,
you know this better than us. Ultimately, me and Slick is just up here talking. Shade or no shade? Like, you read the quote, you heard the quote. Shade or no shade?
No, that's definitely some shade. But I know it's definitely shade, but I know for a fact Bron's probably just laughing. Like, listen, Kyrie said the earth is flat, so sometimes you just gotta laugh. Sometimes you just gotta laugh when you hear quotes.
Here's my thing,
Okay, so
Slick.
hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Acho, both of you. I gotta ask you this question. Life on the line. You got a choice. KD or LeBron? Who do you want taking the last shot?
I'm gonna go first.
Wait, go first.
If rosters are equal, it's not going to come down to that, because we saw what happened when LeBron was in that situation, Slick. We saw what happened. Tristan, you go ahead. I'm going to defer. I'm going to go ahead.
First of all, when you ask me a question like that, I'm smart. I'm going to ask you, what we taking, a 2 or a 3?
Thank you. That's a good question.
We taking a 2 or 3, Slick?
I don't care.
If it's a 2, I'm taking Bron. Left hand layup, attack the rim.
All day.
If it's a 3, I might take KD because he's a percentage of better 3-point shooter than LeBron. But if it's a 2, I'm going with LeBron. There's no question.
We don't know whether it's a 2 or a 3. I'm just giving the ball. This is the guy I'm giving the ball to win the game.
Here's the thing, Slick. Slick, the question is not this. The question is not, is Kyrie accurate? The question is Kyrie out of line? Kyrie may have some substance to his point. I'm not saying Kyrie doesn't have no substance to his point, Slick. The fact of the matter is, Kyrie is out of line. Without LeBron James, Kyrie is John Wall. That's who Kyrie is. He's a really good player, a #1 overall pick, a 5-, 6-time All-Star. He's an all-NBA team once in his career. Without LeBron James, Kyrie has to remember exactly who he is. The fact of the matter is, it's out of line, because how are you going to talk about the person who helped make your career, helped make your name in that context? Is KD a killer in the clutch? Sure, KD is a killer in the clutch. Is LeBron a killer in the clutch? Absolutely, LeBron is a killer in the clutch. When LeBron had the opportunity to throw shade, he didn't. He said AD is a dog, but D-Wade is a dog. Oh, I'm not going to throw no shade right now, because Kyrie is a dog too. But then when you're talking about Kyrie easily could have been like, yeah, KD, he a killer, but LeBron is a killer too. You can't sit here and tell me that this isn't shade, Slick. Come on now.
No, but there's a distinction. Look, Anthony Davis can do certain things that Dwayne Wade can't. But again, if you were asking me up until the last series who I would want to have the ball in his hands for a last shot, it would have been Dwayne Wade, 10 times out of 10 over Anthony Davis, because he simply hadn't demonstrated that he had the capability of doing that. This is the same argument we had with Kobe and Shaq. It's not shade to say that Shaq wasn't the guy that you would give the ball to at the end of the games, but was Shaq instrumental and vital in Kobe winning those first 3 championships? Absolutely he was. But if I was taking the last shot, if I wanted the last shot taken, I'm not giving the ball to Shaq. Aside from the free throw problems, it simply is too difficult to get that done. And so Kobe has demonstrated without question he is going to take that. This is my greatest issue, honestly,
What's your issue?
with LeBron.
What's your issue,
And
Slick?
in these situations,
What's this?
is that when I give the ball to LeBron in a need situation, I want him to go get it because I believe in his ability. And there have been too many instances where he is deferred to somebody else that I consider a lesser player. I don't want my go-to guy to do that. And so if LeBron doesn't fully believe that he should be the guy taking that shot, and Tristan, you know this, this creates uncertainty within a team. If I know, look, this dude's going to go get it. Let's get him the ball, and he's going to make it happen. LeBron will make it happen, but not necessarily with him taking the shot.
But that's perfectly
and
fine.
That's the specific here. That's the shot.
But Slick, when I know what you're saying, because guess what? We remember Kobe. Kobe would shoot a shot on a double team. We know that. Kobe would shoot those tough shots and all that. But LeBron, he just makes the right play. You cannot tell me right now when LeBron passed the ball up to like Damon Jones in the corner against the Wizards in the playoffs, when he shut down that Gilbert Arenas tandem with Twan and Caron Butler, he made the right play. LeBron just makes the right play when it comes down to it. Yes, of course, yes, you want your best player to take the shot. But if a guy's open and it's the right play, make the right play. LeBron's always played the game the right way, and it's almost to a fault because guys like us will say, oh, he doesn't like the spotlight. He doesn't want the big moment. Yes, he does like the big moment, but he's making the right play. He believes in his teammates. Shoot, that's how all of us play better. If you believe in me, I'm going to make the shot. Like, that's the way you're supposed to play basketball. Yes, we want LeBron to shoot with a double team on, but if someone's doubling you, that means someone's open. That's the right play in basketball.
LeBron always makes the right play. Jordan, Kobe, etc., they said that they were the right play. But LeBron last night making the right play for his teammates is also what got the Lakers up 1-0 on a dominant performance over the Heat. Coming up at the top of the hour, LeBron is chasing Michael Jordan for GOAT status. We'll tell you if a title in the bubble will be respected. But first, the Lakers dominated the Heat. Players Goran Dragic and Bam Adebayo to injuries, and their status for the rest of the series is uncertain. Joined again by Slick Rick and Tristan Thompson. Cooler heads shall prevail this blot. But Tristan, I'm going to start with you. Lakers, they bringing out the brooms to sweep this series, sweep the Heat?
I'm telling you this right now. If Bam is not playing, it's definitely a sweep. I mean, Acho, we talked about this, our prediction. I had Lakers in 6 after watching last night. Lakers in 5. And I'm only saying that because of how much I respect, Pat Riley, Spoelstra, and just that Heat culture. So, nobody wants to see a sweep, but if Bam and Dragic ain't playing, man, it's a sweep. It's bad.
It's 2 options, gentlemen. Speaking of the word gentleman, it's either going to be a sweep or a gentleman sweep. But either way, them brooms is coming out. It wasn't even a competition. Like, LeBron, too strong. AD, too strong. You can't guard AD. You can't guard LeBron. And the problem is they're sitting there saying, okay, we're going to keep LeBron from getting his, but then everybody else was getting buckets. But here's the other thing. We realize The stage was too big. I'm sorry, Iggy. One point in a time, Iguodala, you were a LeBron stopper. The days of stopping LeBron are no longer. Iguodala was